Welcome everyone to the first episode of Join Us, where we take a look at both the history and the myths and legends of secret societies. To any secret society out there, I just want to say, don't hurt me. But in all seriousness, I'm not going to shit on these groups. I'm going to provide you with the official stories and the other side, the myths, the legends, the conspiracies. You guys, as always, can be the judge of which version you think is the real one. Getting ready for this show, I did not realize there were so many of these secret societies out there. If they are evil and out to get us, boy, are we screwed. Alright, so PA Twitter follower at Cole_26 was the first one to say something positive about the idea for the show. So I let him pick the first secret society we're going to take a look at on the show today. He picked Skull and Bones. The official info on the group is as follows. Skull and Bones is an undergraduate senior secret society at Yale University, New Haven, Connecticut. It is the oldest senior class landed society at Yale. The society's alumni organization, the Russell Trust Association, owns the society's real estate and oversees the organization. The society is known informally as Bones, and members are known as Bonesmen. Skull and Bones was founded in 1832 after a dispute between Yale debating societies Leonia Brothers in Unity and the Calliope Society over that season's Pi Beta Kappa Awards. It was co-founded by William Huntington Russell and Alphonso Taft as the Order of the Skull and Bones. The society assets are managed by the society's alumni organization, the Russell Trust Association, incorporated in 1856 and named after the Bones co-founder. The association was founded by Russell and Daniel Coate Gilman, a Skull and Bones member and later president of University of California, first president of Johns Hopkins University, and the founding president of the Carnegie Institute. Sorry about the sirens in the background, guys. It happens when you record with your window open, but it's 90 degrees outside, so I choose not to melt. Here we go. The first extended description of Skull and Bones, published in 1871 by Layman Bagg in his book 4 Years at Yale, noted that the mystery now attending its existence forms the one great enigma which college gossip never is never tired of discussing. Brooks Matthew Kelly attributed the interest in Yale Senior Society to the fact that underclassmen members of then freshman, sophomore, and junior class societies returned to the campus the following years and could share information about society rituals, while graduating seniors were, with their knowledge of such, at least a step removed from campus life. Skull and Bones selects new members among students every spring as part of Yale University's Tap Day, and has done so since 1879. Since society's inclusion of women in early 1990s, Skull and Bones selects 15 men and women of junior class to join the society. Skull and Bones taps those that it views as campus leaders and other notable figures for its memberships. Skull and Bones Hall is otherwise known as the Tomb. The building was built in 3 phases. The first wing was built in 1856, the second wing in 1903, and Davis designed neo-Gothic towers that were added to the rear garden in 1912. The front and side facades are of Portland brownstone in an Egypto-Doric style. 1912 tower additions create a small enclosed courtyard in the rear of the building, designed by Everett Tracy Egerton Swartwood of Tracy and Swartwood, New York. Evetts was not a Bonesman, but his paternal grandmother, Martha Sherman Evetts, and maternal grandmother, Mary Evetts, were the sisters of William Maxwell Everett and 1837's Bonesman. The architectural attributions of the original hall is in dispute. The architect was possibly Alexander Jackson Davis or Henry Austin. Architectural history of Patrick Pinnell includes an in-depth discussion of the dispute over the identity of the original architect in 1999. In his 1999 Yale campus history, Pinel speculates that the reissue of the Davis Tower in 1911 suggests Davis's role in the original building, and controversially, Austin was responsible for the architectural similarities. Brownstone, Egyptian, Revel Grove Street Cemetery gates built in 1845. Pinel also discussed the tomb's authentic place in relation to its neighbors, including the Yale University Art Gallery. Clarification needed. In the late 1990s, New Hampshire's landscape architects Sacheller and Flynn designed the wrought iron fence that currently surrounds the portion of the complex. Society owns and manages Deer Island, an island resort on St. Lawrence River. Some of those famous members include a rather unpopular family, depending who you talk to, the Bushes, the Bushes, the Prez, who said we need the New World Order, and the other one that, fucked up the United States. Okay, now on to more interesting stories. Okay, this one's from a website, theconspiracyarchive.com, NWO/Skull and Bones, HTM is the link if you want to check it out. So here's one of the claims. It's number 7 on their list. Remember, these are all from this website, they're not from me. Some of the conspiracy angles include George Bush, Skull and Bones, and the JFK assassination. Rodney Stitch's book, Defrauding America, tells of a deep cover CIA officer assigned to counterintelligence unit codenamed Pegasus. The unit had tape recording of plans to assassinate Kennedy from a tap on the phone of J. Edgar Hoover. The people on the taps were Rockefeller, Allen Dulles, Johnson of Texas, George Bush, and J. Edgar Hoover. Could George Bush have been involved in the JFK assassination? Well, in 1963, Bush was living in Houston, busily carrying out his duties as president of the Zeta Offshore Oil Company. He denied the existence of a note sent by FBI's J. Edgar Hoover to Mr. George Bush of the CIA. When news of the note surfaced, the CIA first said they never commented on employee questions, but later relegated and said, yes, a George Bush was mentioned in the note, but it was another George Bush, not the man who took office in the White House in 1988. Also, there's a whole lot more Bush stuff you can check out there. And there's a Skull and Bones and Illuminati conspiracy you guys can check out. It says here, off their website, when a person is initiating the Skull and Bones, they are given a new name, similar to the practice of the Illuminati, and many recorded Illuminati members can be shown to have contact or strong influences with many of the professors that taught Bonesmen in Berlin. When a secret society compares against the sovereignty of a king, they need to organize, raise funds, make their plans, and hopefully bring them to fruition. Could we have in the United States a secret society that has used the national security state as a cover for nefarious plans? Well, you can check out from that website a quote from George Bush's unauthorized biography about that. Alright. There's a whole lot on Skull and Bones for you guys to check out. I'll put all the links to the websites up. And I hope you guys liked the first episode. And let me know, paranormally@gmail.com, if you think they're a nefarious group or not. And any other information you guys want to post, share, we'll talk about it. And we will also, in a couple months when we get a few episodes out, we'll discuss these topics on a roundtable. Alright, catch you guys later.